Right now, as you're reading this, your brain is making a choice. It's deciding whether to build new neural pathways or let existing ones fade away. It's choosing between sharp memory and foggy confusion, between mental clarity and cognitive decline. And here's what most people don't realize. Your brain makes this choice 3 times a day, at breakfast, at lunch, at dinner. What you put on your plate isn't just food. It's a message to your brain about whether you want it to thrive or merely survive. Recent research has uncovered something extraordinary. Certain nutrients can literally turn back the clock on brain aging by up to 3.5 years. But here's the shocking part. Most people over 60 are unknowingly starving their brains of these exact nutrients every single day. Before we dive into these 5 brain-saving nutrients, I need you to do something right now. Think about what you ate yesterday. Really think about it. Now hold that thought because by the end of this, you'll understand exactly why your brain might be aging faster than it should, and more importantly, what you can do to reverse it starting today. Scientists recently performed brain scans on 100 people between the ages of 65 and 75. What they discovered changed everything we thought we knew about aging. Some brains looked decades younger than their chronological age. Others looked significantly older. The difference wasn't genetics, it wasn't luck. It was something hiding in plain sight, specific nutrient patterns in their bloodstreams. The people with younger-looking brains had something remarkable in common. Their blood revealed a precise combination of nutrients that acted like a protective shield around their neurons. Their brain volume was larger. Their neural connections were stronger. Their memory centers were more robust. They weren't taking expensive medications or undergoing experimental treatments. They were simply feeding their brains what it desperately needed. But here's where it gets fascinating. The brain uses 30% of all the energy you consume. 30%. It's only 2% of your body weight, yet it demands nearly a third of your fuel. Think about that. Your brain is like a high-performance engine running constantly in the background of your life, processing thousands of thoughts, maintaining billions of connections, creating memories, solving problems, keeping you alive. And most people are filling this incredible machine with the nutritional equivalent of cheap gasoline. Let's talk about the first critical nutrient your aging brain cannot live without: omega-3 fatty acids, specifically DHA and EPA. Your brain is 60% fat, not muscle, not protein, fat, and not just any fat. The membranes surrounding every single one of your 86 billion brain cells are made primarily from DHA. These membranes are where the magic happens. They're where neurons communicate with each other, where memories form, where thoughts travel at lightning speed. When you don't have enough omega-3s, these membranes become rigid and inflexible. It's like trying to whisper through a concrete wall instead of a thin curtain. Information can't flow properly. Neurons struggle to communicate, and cognitive decline begins its silent march. Recent studies show that omega-3 supplementation doesn't just maintain brain function, it actively improves it. Memory gets sharper, processing speed increases, the risk of dementia drops significantly. One comprehensive analysis found that omega-3s enhance general cognition and executive function in older adults. But here's the problem. Your body cannot manufacture omega-3s. You must get them from your diet, and most people don't. They're literally starving the most important organ in their body of its primary structural component. The solution is surprisingly simple and affordable. You don't need expensive supplements or exotic superfoods. Canned fish works beautifully. Sardines, salmon, mackerel, twice a week, that's it. If you're plant-based, chia seeds, flax seeds, and walnuts provide alpha-linolenic acid, which your body can partially convert to DHA and EPA. The Mediterranean diet, which researchers consistently link to slower brain aging, centers around these omega-3 rich foods. It's not complicated, it's not expensive, it's just consistent. The second critical nutrient is actually a family: B vitamins, particularly B6, B12, and folate. If omega-3s are the building blocks, B vitamins are the construction crew that keeps everything running smoothly. Here's what most people don't know. As you age, your ability to absorb B12 plummets. Your stomach produces less acid, which is essential for extracting B12 from food. By age 60, many people are functionally deficient, even if they eat B12-rich foods every day. And B12 deficiency looks terrifyingly similar to dementia. Confusion, memory problems, difficulty concentrating. Doctors sometimes miss it entirely, assuming it's just normal aging. It's not. B vitamins do something extraordinary in your brain. They help break down homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, damages blood vessels and accelerates brain atrophy. Studies show that B vitamin supplementation can literally slow the rate at which your brain shrinks. Not just maintain it, slow the shrinkage. Brain scans show the difference clearly. People with adequate B vitamin levels preserve more gray matter, particularly in regions critical for memory. The hippocampus, your brain's memory center, stays larger and healthier. You can find B vitamins in meat, fish, dairy, eggs, leafy greens, beans, and fortified cereals. But here's the critical point. If you're over 60, if you have digestive issues, if you take certain medications like metformin or proton pump inhibitors, you might need supplements. This isn't optional. Your brain literally cannot function properly without adequate B vitamins. Talk to your doctor. Get your levels checked. This is one of the easiest interventions with some of the most dramatic results. Stop for a moment. We're halfway through, and I want you to grab a pen or open your notes app. Write down these two nutrients, omega-3s and B vitamins. Now write down one specific action you're going to take this week to increase your intake of each. Maybe it's buying canned salmon at the grocery store. Maybe it's scheduling a B12 blood test. Make it specific. Make it real. Because information without action is just entertainment, and your brain deserves better than entertainment. The third essential nutrient category is antioxidants and polyphenols. And this is where things get really interesting. Your brain is under constant attack, not from external forces, but from its own operation. Every time your neurons fire, they produce free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cellular structures. It's like engine exhaust from your brain's constant activity. Over decades, this oxidative stress accumulates, damaging DNA, destroying proteins, killing neurons. This is one of the primary mechanisms of brain aging. Antioxidants are your defense system. Vitamin E, vitamin C, carotenoids like lutein and zeaxanthin, polyphenols from colorful fruits and vegetables. They neutralize free radicals before they can cause damage. A massive study of 75,000 participants found that higher antioxidant consumption was associated with significantly lower rates of cognitive impairment in late life. The brain scans of people with high antioxidant levels show something remarkable. They have what researchers call a younger brain age. Their actual chronological age might be 70, but their brain structure resembles someone in their mid-60s. Polyphenols deserve special attention. These compounds, abundant in berries, tea, dark chocolate, and red wine, do more than just neutralize free radicals. They improve blood flow to the brain, they reduce inflammation, they promote neurogenesis, the creation of new brain cells, which scientists once thought was impossible in adults. They may protect against Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. Here's the beautiful part. Getting enough antioxidants and polyphenols isn't about pills or powders. It's about eating a rainbow. Blueberries, strawberries, spinach, kale, tomatoes, bell peppers, green tea. The more colorful your plate, the more protection you're giving your brain. The fourth critical nutrient is one most people have never heard of, choline. But your brain absolutely cannot function without it. Choline is the precursor to acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for memory, learning, and muscle control. It maintains the structural integrity of cell membranes. It supports cellular energy metabolism. Recent research reveals that choline supplementation can improve multiple aspects of cognition in older adults, particularly those experiencing age-related memory impairment. Here's what makes choline fascinating. Brain scans show that people with higher choline levels have greater concentrations of certain brain metabolites associated with younger, healthier brains. The brain literally holds on to choline, accumulating it in concentrations higher than in the bloodstream. Your brain is essentially hoarding this nutrient because it knows how critical it is. Choline deficiency is surprisingly common, especially among older adults and people who don't eat eggs or meat. The richest sources are egg yolks, liver, fish, and some beans. But many people avoid these foods or don't eat enough of them. Studies suggest that adequate choline intake correlates with better memory performance and may even delay the onset of cognitive decline. It's particularly important for brain structure. The integrity of white matter tracts, the information highways connecting different brain regions, depends partly on adequate choline. When these tracts deteriorate, information can't flow efficiently between brain areas. Processing speed slows, multitasking becomes harder, executive function suffers. Choline helps maintain these critical connections. The fifth essential nutrient is magnesium, and this one might surprise you. Magnesium is involved in over 300 biochemical reactions in your body, but its role in the brain is particularly crucial. It regulates nerve transmission and neuromuscular conduction. It's essential for synaptic plasticity, your brain's ability to form new connections and strengthen existing ones. Without adequate magnesium, your neurons simply cannot communicate effectively. Research has linked higher magnesium intake to larger memory centers in the brain and significantly lower dementia risk. Brain imaging studies show that people with adequate magnesium levels maintain better structural integrity in regions associated with learning and memory. The hippocampus, that critical memory hub, appears larger and healthier in people who consume sufficient magnesium. Yet surveys consistently show that most adults, particularly older adults, don't meet the recommended daily intake for magnesium. Here's the challenge. Modern agricultural practices have depleted magnesium from soil, meaning even healthy foods contain less than they did decades ago. Food processing removes even more. Certain medications deplete magnesium further. Stress increases magnesium excretion. It's a perfect storm of deficiency. The good news is that magnesium-rich foods are delicious and accessible. Dark leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, beans, avocados, dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. Your brain actually needs chocolate. Well, the magnesium in it anyway. Some people benefit from magnesium supplementation, particularly those with digestive issues or on certain medications. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate are forms that cross the blood-brain barrier effectively, but always consult with a healthcare provider before starting supplements, as magnesium can interact with various medications. Here's something crucial that researchers are discovering. These nutrients don't work in isolation. They work synergistically. Omega-3s help absorb fat-soluble vitamins. B vitamins work together to reduce homocysteine. Antioxidants protect the fats in your brain from oxidation. Choline and magnesium both support neurotransmitter function. When you have all five nutrients working together, the effect isn't just additive, it's multiplicative. The studies showing the most dramatic results, the ones where people's brains appeared years younger than their chronological age, found a specific nutrient pattern: fatty acids, antioxidants, carotenoids, vitamin E, and choline. Notice anything? It's not just one magic bullet. It's a comprehensive nutritional profile remarkably similar to the Mediterranean diet. This diet consistently shows the strongest cognitive benefits across multiple studies. It's not complicated. It's not restrictive. It's just real food in reasonable amounts consumed consistently. We've covered five critical nutrients: omega-3 fatty acids, B vitamins, antioxidants and polyphenols, choline, and magnesium. Now comes the most important part: implementation. Because knowledge means absolutely nothing without action. Here's what I want you to do right now, today, before this information fades from your mind. First, schedule an appointment with your doctor to check your B12, vitamin D, and magnesium levels. Blood tests are simple and can reveal deficiencies you didn't know existed. Second, go to the grocery store and buy three specific things: canned salmon or sardines, a bag of mixed berries, and a package of eggs. That covers omega-3s, antioxidants, and choline in three simple purchases. Third, add one colorful vegetable to every meal this week. Just one. Spinach in your omelet, bell peppers at lunch, broccoli at dinner. Make your plate look like a rainbow. Fourth, if you don't already, start taking a high-quality B-complex vitamin. This is especially critical if you're over 60 or have digestive issues. Fifth, Replace your afternoon snack with a handful of almonds or walnuts. You'll get magnesium, healthy fats, and antioxidants in one delicious package. Don't try to overhaul your entire diet overnight. That approach fails spectacularly for most people. Instead, make small, consistent changes. Add before you subtract. Focus on including these brain-healthy nutrients rather than obsessing about eliminating everything else. Your brain doesn't need perfection, it needs consistency. Remember what I said at the beginning? Your brain makes a choice 3 times a day about whether to thrive or merely survive. You now understand that you're the one actually making that choice. Every meal is an opportunity to send your brain the nutrients it desperately needs to maintain its structure, protect its neurons, strengthen its connections, and preserve your memories, your personality, your very essence. The research is clear. A specific combination of nutrients can slow brain aging, improve cognitive function, and reduce dementia risk. These aren't exotic supplements or expensive treatments. They're simple, accessible foods that humans have eaten for millennia. The Mediterranean diet isn't called that because it's trendy. It's called that because people in that region have eaten this way for generations and consistently show better health outcomes, including cognitive health, than populations eating modern Western diets. Your brain is the most complex structure in the known universe. It deserves better than the nutritional neglect most people subject it to. It deserves omega-3s to build strong, flexible cell membranes. It deserves B vitamins to maintain its structure and clear metabolic waste. It deserves antioxidants to defend against oxidative damage. It deserves choline to support communication between neurons. It deserves magnesium to regulate its electrical activity. The question isn't whether nutrition affects brain aging. The science has definitively answered that question with a resounding yes. The question is whether you're going to use this information or let it become just another interesting thing you learned and then forgot. Your future self, the one 10 or 20 years from now, is counting on the choices you make today. Choose wisely. Choose consistently. Choose to give your brain what it needs to stay sharp, clear, and vibrant for decades to come. Your brain has carried you through every moment of your life. Now it's your turn to carry it through the years ahead with the nutrients it needs to thrive.